Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Tonight, we're on to week 2 of the NFL season. We got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Wizards of Tokyo taking on the defending NFC champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts, as this one is underway on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Cousins throwing quickly out for Jefferson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. He had the start to a season a week ago that everybody wants to have. NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Can he do it a second time?
He can. He absolutely positively can because of his skill set. When people adjust to him, he has a great ability to adjust himself and make them continue to chase him throughout the game.
Runs through the contact. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now, this defense for the Eagles, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting the tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, Cousins. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And they'll run again. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Kene Nwangu, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Wizards put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a man picked up on draft night this year, DeAndre Swift. Well, this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made here at the 36. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On second down, Swift. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. When you look at this defense, we know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. His throw incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they're able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Up the middle, Nwangu. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Jefferson going to go in motion right. Now an end around as Cousins will just pop this forward. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Give left side here for Nwangu. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Another run down for Nwangu. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season?
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it up, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
They'll take over at first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Following the interception, Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson, and he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 4.
Off the play fake, Cousins. That's down the field for Jefferson. And this one incomplete. I couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down. Cousins to throw it. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Kene Nwangu. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Wizards are able to widen their advantage. Joseph connects on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0.
Eagles 0.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his...
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. And taken at the 46. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. They go play action. Cousins. He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
In the Tokyo first down.
On play action, Cousins. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. A second down throw for Cousins. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 24 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Alexander Madison, as the first half is winding down. And the Wizards will extend their lead here just before halftime. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. There he goes, left side. Past midfield. Isaiah Rodgers. And he will score. Touchdown, Eagles. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7. Time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Final play of the half, Cousins. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Wizzz. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A broken tackle there, but not a ton to show for it. Tackled just on the other side of midfield. 2nd and 6. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Kene Nwangu, his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Cousins. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will extend their lead even further. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional in the battle of...
And nothing but daylight ahead. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field and all the way down to the 33-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. This is Swift on the counter. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They're on 17-yard line.
Cousins on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
On second down, Cousins again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Cousins. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on 3rd down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had him on the ropes there. 3rd down incompletion, 4th down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to 1st down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
Play action now. Cousins sliding out of the pocket. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Wizards are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll try and run here with Swift. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's complete. It's Okurebu now. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down. So quite a call there. They go on 4th and inches and wind up getting 5 yards. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Gets past one man. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 92 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule.
Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. That's down the field for Jefferson. And it'll be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Brian Asamoah making the play defensively, meeting him behind the line for a loss. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Swift going to try up the middle, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I've played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, here a run on 1st down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
Cousins here to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and in.